Have you cleared your throat yet?
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, Nick.
Yeah, go on.
What does a pube sound like?
Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Andy.
And welcome to Before, Beyond, and Everything in Between podcast.
A caffeinated meltdown.
Talking of pubes.
I have no idea where this fucking. I'm waiting with bated breath. I have no fucking idea where this is going.
This is a nice segue. So, the kid was talking to me earlier, saying we should play that Cards for Humanity or Against Humanity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't understand the concept of it. I know you get the beginnings of a sentence, and you have to then get another card to make that sentence outrageous or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, but how do you win? I'm like, is it got to be the most outrageous thing where people go, oh my god, you can't, that's really bad, or is it got to be funny, or
it's just got to be the vote.
So he proceeded to reel off some examples that were on Reddit, I think it was. One of which, how did it go? It had a something to do with how the end of the world is nigh. The end of the world is nigh. It ends with, and it was something like a stray pube.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's weird, isn't it? Do you know? I got
ended up in my throat by the sound.
Yeah. Well, for Christmas a couple of years ago, I got Cards Against Disney, which was like
I'm guessing is a similar.
It's basically Cards Against Humanity, but it's like like Cards Against Humanity. It's like you draw a card. And it's like Aladdin's just come back from the market with 7 kilos of uncut heroin, and you've got to just try and you know what I mean? It's like it's just all put them together. But it's quite funny. I do find it funny. Cards Against Humanity. I played it with my mum and dad.
And how did they find it? Were they like? Well, yeah, I don't understand this.
My mum was doing black sambuca shots at the time, so she's a bit of a goer. She's out there. She's a bit like
hang out with your mum. Hang out with your mum.
We fucking hang out with my mum. Jesus Christ, Nicholas. All right, easy, tiger. Oh, Andy, I want to hang out with your mum. Said nobody ever. Well, actually, one person has said that, and he will remain unnamed, but he will be listening to this podcast. I was going to just hit on the topic of, I think we discussed it in one of our other episodes. We were talking about YouTube, and I was talking about one of my most popular video series. Which series is it? Serai. Anyway, right. So I was going to talk about my most popular playlist on YouTube, which was my hot tub videos. So I just wanted to touch you. Just wanted to touch you in your ears. ASMR. I fucking lost him. I've lost Nick again. I've lost him. So
what's up? We're back in the room.
So I was going to tell you my whole hot tub story, and I did promise to tell Nick this story some time ago, and I've sort of saved it to now. So, funny or not, you're going to listen.
Jack and Ori. Are you sitting comfortably?
Are you sitting comfortably? Tell me. Are you sitting comfortably?
Not really. I'm perched on the edge of the bed.
That's what she said. So how did I get into owning a hot tub? Well, I've currently actually got a proper 6-person, proper fiberglass hot tub in the garden. But that's not now how I started my hot tub adventures. So I started with one of those inflatable lazy spas. So it was end of 2019, start of 2020, the start of COVID. It was very start of lockdown. It was the day before lockdown, and we knew lockdown was impending. And we were sort of not stockpiling stuff, but we were just trying to get ourselves sorted a little bit, trying to get a few bits and bobs in the freezer. And my wife said to me, she said, "Oh, can you nip out and grab some. Actually, no, it might be the first day of lockdown. Anyway, she said to me, "Can you just nip out and grab some milk?"
So you were breaking the rules already. First day in, you were breaking the rules.
I was a key worker. I was on an essential fucking supply run. I needed milk. I've got a calcium deficiency. I had a letter from my mum and everything. I don't think it probably was first out of a fucking whatever. What's Boris going to do now? Fucking find me. Anyway, so it's probably the first day of lockdown. It was the day before lockdown or whatever the fuck it was. Anyway, so I got sent off for fish fingers and 4 pints of milk. But all the shops were shut. So, but there was one supermarket open, and it was Iceland, but Iceland inside the range. I don't know whether you've seen the range supermarket. You know, the range.
Oh, so like the food warehouse.
Yeah, like the food warehouse, but it was inside the range.
Yeah, no, we've got one close to us.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it was quite a relatively new thing, but they were open. I was like, oh fuck it, let's just go in there quickly because they got plenty of parking. You know, there's not going to be anybody in there, so I'm just going to whip in there, grab the shit I need, and get out. Anyway, so me and my daughter jumped to the car. Obviously, both breaching regulations there. Made her sit in the boot. So we weren't close to each other.
She a key worker.
She was a key worker, yeah. She was a key worker as well. Anyway, so we went to the bloody food warehouse to get this stuff. Anyway, went in there, and they had these fucking lazy spars, right? And they were like 459 quid or something. And I was like, fuck it, we ain't going to go for takeaway errors. You know, we're not going for takeaway. So I might just get one of these hot tubs. And honestly, it was the biggest box I think I've ever seen. Like, we struggled, 3 of us, that's me, my daughter, and the person in the shop, while socially distancing, trying to, like, struggle this massive, like, honestly, it was like a pallet worth of fucking box. Must have been, like transporting a dead fucking sheep or something. It was massive. Weighed like 3.5 tons. Imagine it was like a fucking bouncy castle in a box. It was massive. Anyway, and the pump and all that shit. Didn't come with water, obviously. Anyway, so we struggled to get this fucker in the car. And then my daughter said to me, she said, "Dad, what are we going to tell Mum?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Well, you've only got 4 pints of milk. You've forgotten the fish fingers." I said, "Yeah, but I've got a fucking hot tub." Anyway, I get home, and as you can imagine, she wasn't best impressed. Not that I forgot the fish fingers. The fact that I just spent nearly £500 on a fucking inflatable hot tub, but she was laughing at the other side of her arsehole when I inflated the fucking thing, and it was in the garden, and everybody was locked down, and we were there of an evening with a glass of wine during lockdown, floating away in the past. You know, and you know, it was good.
Oh, but she looked furious on the other side of it.
Oh, mate, Candy, she was she was seething. Me, I thought it was fucking hilarious, but no.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that fish finger sandwich, and I was sitting in this fucking hot tub, relaxing.
She went hungry, and I said, "I can't hear you with the bubbles on. Can't hear you with the bubbles." Yeah, but it was great. So
have another glass, darling.
I think I forgot the bottle of bubbles as well. So no, we just she's fat and like an inflatable paddling pool in the garden. Yeah, so there we go. That was a slightly amusing story. I find it amusing, but my wife doesn't. Yeah, so basically, so the story is that during COVID, my wife sent me out for milk and fish fingers, and I came back with a lazy spar.
How bad?
How about that? But yeah, so that's how I started my YouTube sort of rabbit hole of researching videos on lazy spars and stuff, and making videos about it.
If we stick to the subject of YouTube, is that when you first started? I know you was like with YouTube, you look things up for advice, for guidance, like how-to videos, and is that when you started YouTube proper? So you're like, oh well, I'm on it now. Let's have a little search for things.
No,
and then you find other channels, or was you doing that beforehand?
No, I was doing that beforehand. So I was using YouTube well before that, but I wasn't a premium member. But I did have a YouTube channel, and I can't remember when I started it. I'm sure. Oh, do you know, you're going to get me now. I'm going to have to, whilst we're speaking, I'm going to have a look at YouTube to try and find out when I actually started, because it was way
idea. I'm going to have a look at mine.
Yeah.
And possibly my YouTube channel.
That's right. Well, you are looking down, Nick. You are looking down.
Yeah. Right. So I joined in September 2019. So basically, not halfway through lockdown, but what's that? 5 months? 5 months into lockdown.
Yeah. So
great time to start.
Great time to start. I actually published my very first video on the 25th of September 2017.
Wow.
So that was handy tips on. Yeah, handy
so
tips.
8 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 8 years ago. So yeah, 25th of September 2017. And then I started. I was actually daily vlogging. Back in 2018. When was my first? So no, it was actually August 2019 that I very first started putting out like semi-daily content.
Wow. See, I've got. Just keeping it down with the kids. I've got mad props.
I got mad props.
I've got time for people that will have got that commitment or that much commitment to YouTube that they will religiously do a daily vlog.
Yeah.
Edit that daily vlog and then upload it all the same day and then have to do it all again tomorrow. I've got quite a lot of respect for that because I'd say I've tried it. I haven't. I struggled with one a week.
Yeah. Well, I think, realistically, I tried doing it pretty regularly as I could, and I did end up filming like every day, but then sort of condensing it into a 3-day vlog. It wasn't sustainable. I just didn't have it wasn't the fact I didn't have the time to edit, to film. It was actually the time to edit. So, but I've got a thing. I'm just looking back through my thing now where I had taken the dogs to the vets, cooking videos, cutting hair, driving around, family dues, weddings, days in London, travel days. There's just like, broken cars are. That seems like a recurring fucking subject for me. Do you know what?
That's a story for another time, children.
There's got to be another one. I have the worst luck with cars. And yeah, so basically, in my actual my first hot tub video came out. When did that come out? My first hot tub video came out April 2020.
So, yeah.
2
years after.
Yeah, and it's
3 years. 2 years after. Yeah.
Currently sitting at 350,000 views.
Oh, no.
So, the other ones have got 300,000.
It's a crude thing to talk about with regards to views, but I think the highest video that I have is 700 views.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not a lot. But to me, that's a lot because I wasn't expecting anyone to watch it.
Right. So the thing is, I put a few YouTube shorts out, and I put a YouTube short out, and it got 10,000 views within like 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this is good. So I put one out the next day, another short, and it got like 2,000. I'm reading off the screen now. It got 1,800 views. And I thought, that is good. So the next day, I put another one out, 60 views. Yeah. And I thought, all right, well, I'll give it a go. I'll put another one out, 500 views. Okay, well, let's persevere. 50 views, 50 views, 45 views, 66 views. And I was like, well, look, I don't know whether it's the content or the algorithm or what.
So are they all related videos or are they all different videos?
Well, I mean, the one that got the most views was the hot tour.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was just hashtag hot tour. But I mean, it's really funny because I just look at, they were all around the same subject matter, which was Florida, funnily enough. And they were all things that I simultaneously posted on my branded TikTok account and Instagram. And you know what? Just the engagement on it was great, but then all of a sudden it just tailed off, and I don't know what it was. But I'm just pleased if one person watches it.
Well, I tell you for one thing, when I did start that YouTube channel, and I got my first 10 subscribers, I was gobsmacked.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's going back to what we've previously talked about. There is something for everyone. There are people on this planet that want to watch a 40-something. Well, I wasn't 40 then. A 30-something bald man just talking absolute bollocks into a camera in his house.
Yeah.
Because that's all I was. I think even in one video, and you can correct me on this because you've probably seen it, I was folding carrier bags.
Yes. I remember that vlog fondly. Yeah.
That's how strapped for content I was. I'm like, I found a really fun way of folding carrier bags that is a proper space saver.
Yeah.
And I had fucking like hundreds of carrier bags. And I'm like, I'm just going to fold all these and film it. Why not?
But
it might
you know
help
what?
someone. This is how I fold them.
But do you know what? Kate and I watched that. And do you know, we have a little basket on top of our fridge full of folded carrier bags still to this day. That when we get a new when we go shopping and we can't got carrier bags, they're given to us, or we buy them, we put them in there. And then we we must take them shopping with us next time, and never do. And then we just got more folded carrier bags on top of the fridge. But you know, it's stupid. So you say, I hope it helps somebody. It has. You know, we both have a mutual friend who's a vlogger, and he's just been putting stuff out about his health scares and, you know, how he's been dealing with that. And, you know, if it just helps one person, I mean, you'll always get negative. I mean, mate, the comments I get on some of my videos are just fucking disgusting. Like, I get some real rude, horrible, trolly type comments. And I've got to set up, so I do see them, but they don't go public. And they are just nasty as fuck. But the good thing is I don't really give a shit, because I wouldn't put if I actually gave a shit, I wouldn't have put it on the internet in the first place. It's like this. It's like,
I'm quite lucky enough where I've not had a lot.
No,
I've had some snarky comments, and I'm like, but you watched it. You've even taken the time to make a comment about it. So who's the fool, really?
Yeah. You know, and I'm not going to talk about.
And it's. I mean, it is what it is. I think anyone that puts anything out into a public forum is going to get one form of criticism or trolling. And it's not needed, but expect it. That would be my advice to anyone that wants to do anything publicly, be it that they want to do music publicly or they want to film themselves publicly. And you're going to get some for not everyone can like you.
Yeah. And that's very true, because, you know, like I said, you know, I've got fairly thick skin when it comes to this. There are other things I do take quite personally, but then with this, you know, with the internet stuff, I have fairly thick skin. Yeah. As I wouldn't put some of the stuff I put out, but, you know, saying about, you know, views and stuff. My last video went out a couple of weeks ago, or no, sorry, last week. It says in its first 10 days, it had 26 views. I don't really give a shit whether people watch it or not, because actually what I put up there. It's got 26 views. I guarantee 5 of those views are my kids. I've not got 5 kids, but they would have been back and watched it. One would have been my mum, would have been my in-laws, you know, and they'll watch it just to see what's going on with the kids. And it was just a day out. We went out as a family, and I filmed some footage, and I chopped that footage together for like a 20-minute video. And for me, I edited it because I hadn't edited in a little while, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a bit of a practice with some new bits and bobs. And I put it out, and I enjoyed doing it, and I enjoyed putting it out. I don't really give a shit if anybody enjoyed it, but I'm glad people have enjoyed it. Just 26 people. And if 26,000 people have enjoyed it, I'd enjoy it. But the thing is, and I will say this now, with the amount of subscribers that I've got on my channel, some of my videos get really good viewership, and some of them don't. And I think it goes when I said that there are vloggers I watch, and I'll watch them when they're at home. So, like, I'll watch a vlogger when they go to, I don't know, when they go to Disneyland Paris. I'll watch them when they go to Disneyland Paris, but when they go to Disneyland in California, I'm not interested. And that's just an example. But so, you know, for me, that's one less viewer for their Californian videos as opposed to their Disneyland Paris videos, because one thing interests me and one thing doesn't, you know. And I will never, or not in the immediate future, am I going to go and visit Disneyland in California. If I was going to go and visit there, I might be watching them. And if I had visited there and wanted to reminisce about what's changed there since I'd visited, I'd probably watch it. However, I'm not, and I don't. that doesn't, and I'm just using that as an example, not so much, but there are, and like I say, there are some vloggers where I would much rather watch their daily vlog or their home vlog than, because I find that more comforting. Necessarily, I don't have to watch it. If it's just on, and I might be reading a book or I might be playing on my phone. If it's on in the background, I just feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, just...
It's like having a routine and you're like, it's there. Okay, right, I can sort of function now because I know it's there.
Yeah. Well...
It's when you get that 1 week when it ain't there and you're like, what am I going to do?
Well, one of the subjects we said we would talk about actually is movies. And funnily enough, way, way, way back when we're talking 20 years ago, I had some real traumatic stuff happen during my work. And I was having trouble sleeping, I'll admit it. There were some things that haunted me somewhat, not post-traumatic stress, but, there were some things that played on my mind quite a lot. And this was back when we had a video player at home. And I remember I had a copy of Father of the Bride, the Steve Martin
film. Great film.
And I what I used to do is I used to think, I'm going to go to bed. So I used to put it on in the bedroom. I put a video player in the bedroom. And it was we had one of those little built-in TV VCR.
TV combos.
Combo thing in the bedroom. And I'd put this Father of the Bride video in. And there was something quite therapeutic. I'd just go up to bed and I wouldn't sleep with it on, but I would listen to it. And I'd just lay there and I'd think, I can just hear that person's voice. I can hear that piano music at the start, and I can hear George Banks, Steve Martin narrating, going, "It all mad, when my daughter got married," and it was kind of so pleasantly therapeutic. And then I think, I feel a bit relaxed now, and I turn it off and I go to sleep. And it's weird. And I did that when I didn't do it every night, but when I felt like I
needed that down.
Yeah, weird, isn't it? And so I kind of get that solstice now from some of the YouTubers where I just think I'll put it on just to kind of listen to them bicker, or they're not bickering, but to listen to them talk and like we're talking to now. So it's just like putting on a podcast really and just listening to two people chat. But yeah, so it's weird. And so I guess we just sort of digressed onto the subject there of movies, but with the YouTube, it's the same thing. I take a bit of kind of solstice, try it.
Yeah. So going back to YouTube, if you had to give any one piece of advice for anyone that was going to start a YouTube channel, what would it be?
Do it. Just start it. Don't think, do. You don't need any special camera equipment. Pick your phone up, open a Gmail account, or whatever. Create a YouTube channel. I mean, literally, it's all one click. Once you've got a Gmail account, once you've got a Gmail bloody email address, you just literally just create your YouTube channel, and just get your bloody iPhone or Google, whatever it is, so anything with a camera phone, record something and then upload it. I mean, if you've got an iPhone, iMovie's free, and if you've got a Google phone or an Android phone, there will be editing software on that. If not, I think YouTube even have an editing capability. Yeah. But just get on it. Yeah. Just my advice. I know how to say. What's the one piece of advice? The one piece of advice is don't think, just do it. Pick it up.
I think you'll find a lot of, because you'll have these YouTube channels that are teaching people how to YouTube, basically.
Yeah.
What's the best equipment to use? How to find what sort of avenue to go down, whether you should niche down into one specific subject to then get that community, or should you be a generic all-round. I mean, that was basically how I felt my channel needed to be. I didn't want to sort of pigeonhole myself into doing, this is all I want, and these are the only people that I want to surround myself with, because I was like, no, I want to talk to everyone. I want to make everyone feel inclusive in it. I didn't want to be like, well, I only enjoy playing guitar and music, so I only want people, like-minded people, to watch my channel.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be times when people, if I did do that, watch whatever I was putting up and going, this bloke ain't got a fucking clue, I ain't watching this. So I've got even less viewership, because I'm alienating myself from not having a load of people
Yeah, but I don't think that's true. I think you should just do. There used to be that, and I'll name them because they don't YouTube anymore. Get Binky, and they got lots of hate, but they do what makes them happy, and that was their tagline: "Do what makes you happy." And they don't vlog anymore for lots of reasons, but they got lots of hate. But it was very much do what makes you happy. If you're just happy, just like we're doing now, rambling into a microphone, get on YouTube, do it on YouTube. But the thing is, do something you think might help somebody because people will watch your videos. It's got to be interesting. You can't just go on there and go.
I'm talking into camera because I've been told to talk into camera.
Yeah. But I think there are YouTube tutorial videos out there that will talk about what lighting setup, what mics you should have, what cameras you should have. Now, Mark and I have been working together in our day jobs for a number of years. And the thing with Mark is let's just say we had an avenue where we had the ability to procure equipment, and we had the source of income to be able to. So we were buying camera equipment for vlogging. We were buying microphones. I mean, I had things like Rode Wireless Go video mics. I had all the good mics to go on my cameras. I had Canon G7X Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 when it came out. So I could then start using the external mics. I had the Sony ZV-1, the ZV-1E10, whatever it is now. And literally I had every GoPro, I think, from like GoPro 7 upwards. And it was always, I need this camera to do this, I need that camera to do that. And even when those little ones on the gimbal came out, I was like, I've got to have one of those as well. And do you know what? It makes no difference. Absolutely no difference whatsoever. Because I could record it in cinematic mode on my iPhone and it would have been just as good.
And it's like what you said. You just pick a camera up. It doesn't have to be an all-singing bells and whistles. It can be your phone and just press record and do it that way. Because, like you said, it's all well and good having all this equipment or all singing, all dancing, cameras, lights, and everything else. But when you press record and you've got absolutely nothing to say, what is the point?
Yeah, and that's it. If you've got nothing to say and you've got nothing to present, then what's the point in doing it at all? But I just think if you've got the inclination to want to do it, you should just go and do it. So, yeah, my advice is literally don't think, just do. Just get on and do it.
The beauty of YouTube as well and having to film yourself. You don't even have to film yourself.
No.
There's plenty of no-faith channels out there that will do factual content with the use of pictures and stock footage and everything else. And you can just use your voice.
Yeah.
And going even deeper than that, you don't even have to use your voice anymore.
No, that's right.
You can use AI generated so long as you let YouTube know that it's an AI generated voice. But what I was going to go on to say was the beauty of YouTube and filming yourself or doing anything like that is if you're not happy with it, you don't ever have to put it out. There's no deadline of someone saying, well, you've started filming now, so this must go on YouTube. You can just go, I didn't like that, so I'll just delete it. Yeah, but there's no harm in it.
Look what I said. I've got 4 terabytes worth of footage for YouTube, and I've never edited and put it out. Just because I've got 4 terabytes of footage doesn't mean I have to put it out. It's your footage. You do what you want with it. And I guarantee that I can edit it and put it out, and people would watch it, but I just think people won't. And because I don't think they will, I'm not going to bother doing it. I might do one day. Who knows? I might do. But, and it's that thing, isn't it? But don't be pigeonholed to be thinking you need a niche. Don't be thinking, just because I've got... You look back through my channel, there's pictures of me going shoe shopping for school shoes when the kids were in primary school. There's videos of me going out doing that, and then there's pictures of me barbecuing food, then there's me cleaning a hot tub, then there's me flying to Florida, then there's me flying back from Florida, and there's me flying to Florida, and then there's me going to the local amusement park, then me taking a dog to the walk to the beach, and then some drone footage. It's an eclectic shitstorm, but I'm sorry, 6,000 people like it.
Yeah.
And I don't know them. Well, I do. I probably know a few of them, but people like it. And that's not boasting that I've got that many, because there are other other YouTubers out there that don't have that many, and there are ones out there that have many more than me. But like I say, people watch it and people enjoy it. I think if each their own. What I would do is, if we had Room 101 going, I would put suitcases without wheels in Room 101.
Well, you're saying that, and that will be another episode that will be scheduled in for this podcast.
Yeah.
So, will we open this out to listeners to get them to send us things that we think should be Room 101, and then we discuss it and see if we Room 101 it?
No, because I don't really give a fuck what they think. I mean, yeah, no, sure. Let's open it up. Let's open it up to the audience.
Well, right. So what we'll do then is we'll do a Room 101 for us.
Yep.
And then we'll open it up for an audience participation time, and they can send us what they believe should be in Room 101.
Well, what we'll do is we'll try and do a live podcast at some point, and then we'll try and get some live shit. But if not, then we'll just do it recorded because nobody wants to listen to our podcast anyway. So thank you very much for listening tonight, and don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. This totally uncaffeinated, over-caffeinated, over-filtered something podcast about something with two people talking about something. Oh, and it's goodbye from me.
And me as well. Goodbye.